There were no pictures of it, maybe just one or two. You didn't even know if it was Paldor Peak or not. If you go on Google and you put Paldor Peak, the pin of it is actually 14 kilometers north of where it actually is. And even the towns are mislabeled. It was purely maps, and the maps aren't even accurate.
The world is made for fools and mountaineers, you know? So I put together a group of fools and mountaineers, and we went for it. Given how remote it is, how difficult it is to reach the mountain itself, that's what makes Paldor Peak super special. You have to go on a crazy bus journey that's probably even more dangerous than the expedition itself. Everybody who is with us on this trip, you know, they've been with us on several mountaineering expeditions, so they have experience. And they have, you know, they're independent mountaineers in their own right, and I figured this is kind of like a team, like a dream team, if you like, that could make this possible. Our team members were made up of Hima, who has been climbing with Life Happens Outdoors since 2018, Shashank, who is Nepali and has also been climbing with Life Happens Outdoors since 2019. And Anthony, who has been a pillar of the community and has been with us as well since 2018.
Day one on the trail, a little bit of rain, but the views are just mystical. You can't even describe it. This is really as remote as it gets in the Himalayas. It's absolutely stunning.
From the very first day, trekking in the forest, we had heavy rain nonstop. We had to duck into a yak shelter, like a barn basically made of stone, just to be able to get away from the wind and the rain and to make a fire to warm our stuff. I mean, we were soaked all the way through.
We had bad weather starting from day one. It was all of a sudden.
The weather forecast said 1 day of rain
and then sunny for next
sunny
5
for the rest of the
yeah.
So I went to bed last night with, I mean, it wasn't warm, but it was green, and woke up to this.
That day, which was supposed to be like a nice trail to the last village, Sundang, before we start making our way up to the various camps of the mountain, that day was a snowstorm. Like, the snowpass was crazy. So right off the bat, we were facing serious challenge.
Oh, beast! Like!
So we did 1,000 vertical kilometers of breaking knee-deep trail, kicking the snow, trying to make the steps, because you're not just making the steps for yourself or the team, you're making the steps for the porters. You know, so they have to be proper steps for them to go up. And at first I remember I told Dendim, hey, I'll do it. And then like half an hour into it, you know, I thought I'm gonna take over for 5 minutes, and there I was like,
it's hectic. It's hectic.
Dandy, how is it?
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so far so good.
He had a perfect combination of being funny when he wants to be funny, when he wants to be serious, he's serious. I mean, he knew all the time what he's doing. Yeah, so he was pretty good guide with a lot of experience.
Oh.
Yeah, the wind was different. extreme winds. I have a sound of wind that you feel like you're gonna just blow away or something.
First high pass of the trip. It's just starting to clear up a little bit. Coming over the top and heading down to Sumdang. The wind is quite heavy up here. Yeah, Nama, doing good.
The last village was Sundang. And in Sundang, we were lucky enough to be able to dry our things and to get a good night's rest over there.
Oh, so if the weather is bad,
Weather is bad.
then we should stay at Jastakhani because there's like a place to put up shelter. Yeah.
So, Anthony. And
Where are you taking us from? Excited for tomorrow. I'm happy to put crampons again. It's been more than a year and a half. So can't wait, honestly. Can't wait.
I'm on a highway to hell. Where is he?
It was a very welcome reset. You could see the energy was up, excitement was up. The sun was out for the first time, and we were excited about that, although we didn't realize at the time that that was going to be the sun that would make things much more challenging as we made our way up.
Keep trying, Anthony. Eventually you'll hit. Eventually you'll hit.
Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. Completely remote, untouched beauty. Where else are you gonna get that?
Oh, fuck. Halfway to base camp, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. But tired. That's good. But I'm excited.
What happened to your feet?
I slept on but I'm good.
Yeah. No turning around just yet?
No.
Hima used to be a professional bodybuilder. He's since left that and moved into different kinds of athletics, including mountains. He brought the vibe that ultimately characterized our expedition.
Just finished lunch and we are on our way to base camp. Making great time. Expect to be there around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Team is in good spirits. You can hear them in the background. Weather is amazing. It's t-shirts today, guys.
لك وين اخذنا يا رامي؟ أجوادهم طلعنا إياه من تحت.
Yeah.
As time progressed, we started to feel the challenge. Going to base camp, on the maps, it was supposed to be dry trail here. And here we are on a snow slab. And I was thinking, man, this is like, we need to get out our technical gear. And we're still not even at the base camp.
Ema, how was it?
It was great.
Be honest, what's going on? Tell me what's going through your mind.
I'm thinking about the next uphill.
Why are you thinking about that?
Maybe I'm a little bit worried
Why are you worried?
because of the altitude sickness.
Are you
Take
feeling
my
altitude?
breath heavily. That's why.
You have heavy breathing? Do you feel altitude sickness right now though, apart from the heavy breathing?
Not yet.
Okay, so let's just take it one quadrant at a time, right? We'll deal with each issue as it comes. Good job so far.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to base camp.
Base camp.
Base camp Paldor.
Awesome, man. To see it from there was amazing.
expedition ever.
Just got to advanced base camp, which is basically an abandoned shed over here. We're not going to be spending the night here on this trip. We're going to head straight to high camp and spend 2 nights over there for acclimatization. Weather's been quite good actually. We've been very fortunate. Everything is kind of holding together, so that's great. So the original plan was to go to camp, to high camp from advanced base camp, but let me show you what's going on outside. It's pretty insane.
We realized that the snow was so deep and we hadn't had a rest the previous day that we needed to stop there and take a break and just give everybody a chance to recover.
There's no sports like mountaineering. There's no sports that has so much of a spiritual journey than it's of a physical or a mental. It's more on the spiritual part. We kind of got a sense of it on Paldor because as much as it was mentally and physically straining, it was as well. It is a journey. It's not only a sport.
You know, when you're down at sea level and you go to the gym and you want to, you know, you're looking for energy. It's energy. It's fast energy. It's angry energy. It's charged energy. It's I call it, you know, when you're using I don't know if you know Star Wars, but using Star Wars lingo, it's Sith energy. You know, it's there. You know, you need to get to pull the bench, run the race, show no weakness. But in the mountains, that energy pushes your heart rate up, and when your heart rate goes up, you can't keep going. Can't keep going.
It's another game.
It's a different game. I call it Jedi energy. It's the energy that where you accept what's around you. You try to keep your heart rate down, and you know that you're not here to push and finish. You're here to keep going with the mountain, with the snow.
Calm as a master sheep.
You've got to be calm, and that kind of energy is difficult to harness.
The summit day, we were climbing / trekking for 18 hours. When I reached the high camp, I think I was at my lowest. Yeah, I mean, I was out of my physical, mental energy, and I had given, I think we all had given all to reach the high camp. And, well, I knew it, we had the summit push at night. And I just broke down for a moment.
We went into a kind of a formula, if you like, of which would be heavy snowfall at night and then extreme heat. We're basically digging into deep snow under like a very heavy sun.
Oh, that's what we've been doing all day. Ema, what's going on? Ema,
Yeah.
talk to me.
Yeah, I feel hot.
You're hot. Put some snow on your head.
It was like hell. It was really tired. Really tired. Because of the altitude.
I'm super tired.
See, if we had taken an acclimatization day at 5,200, we weren't sure if we will have the energy for the second day to summit. I think, and we wouldn't know because of the weather. Because one night before we had thunder. We woke up, the tent was covered in snow. He asked us all, like, guys, if we do the summit, you think you can do it? And I still remember I told Rami, it's gonna be tough, but I think I can do it.
It's too cold. Everything is freezed inside the tent. Everything is frozen. Yeah.
When we first started climbing the first rope, I felt overwhelmed. I felt that Rami was up, trying to pull us up. So I kept pushing and okay, 2 steps, 2 breath, 2 step, 2 breath. The more I push, the more I stay at the same place, and it was exhausting.
You can see the rock.
Yeah.
This is it.
route. So this is Paldor Peak up there.
And then Rami came and asked me, Anthony, would you want to continue? And I said, yes. Like, I didn't even hesitate. I didn't even think that stopping was an option.
I was struggling to climb because I couldn't take my breath. So after the second rope, I told Rami I could not continue to stop. He was telling me, Hima, let's go down. I was telling him, Rami, do it. Like, take me off the mountain. Yeah, that was true.
Hima decided to stop, and I'm like, whoa. You know, I felt guilty, number one, and I felt that if Hima is on a fitness level, he's much better than me. If Hima's wanna back up, it was kind of like a surprise. Until now, I'm still processing.
When we were there, you know, we could see the summit. It was right there. We were 250 meters below the summit, but we were already climbing for almost 9-10 hours.
I think this was one of the most difficult approaches to any mountain that I've ever experienced, and that's mostly because it just didn't stop snowing since we arrived. So we had 5 days of approach to base camp in the snow, and then from base camp to advanced base camp in the snow, and then advanced base camp to high camp was just grueling, and I think that all came to a head today when we attempted the summit, and none of us actually made it.
That was the plan, no? One piece, most important. After this, I need a vacation. That wasn't a vacation.
You know, it's at the end of the day, it never really is about the summit, although there is a little bit of your heart does want to go there, but it's important to accept that the mountain will have it the way the mountain will have it, and we have no say.
You know, everything that ever happens in life, that's ever happened, had to happen exactly as it did for you to be in that moment. It's every cigarette that you ever smoked and every cigarette that you put down. It's every drink that you ever had and every drink that you chose not to have. It's every friendship that you had and every friendship that fell apart. It all had to happen exactly like that for you to be exactly where you are. And that's life, man. That's life.
Say yak cheese! And Dalbat power!